Welcome back to the one and only podcast, AK219, where my boy Kevan and I, Aidan Maloney, we're just guys being dudes, isn't that right?
That is exactly right. We're just guys being dudes. One day out of the 7. The other 6, we don't know what we are.
We need to find an identity for those 6 days.
I have identity crises.
Crises? Multiple. Wait, so you have more than one identity and both or all are in crisis?
Multiple endocriosis. Or whatever that is.
Endometriosis.
Do you have glaucoma?
Do you have mesothelioma? You may be entitled. Asbestos. They used to put asbestos in cigarettes.
Medical malpractice?
Call now, and you too can have asbestos for free.
All right, anyway, what number do I call then? Because I want it.
1-800-lung-cancer.
Cool.
Anyway, this is Guys Being Dudes, where we go flipping haywire and bring you some weekend. Actually, no, just one day a week. Because the other 6 days, we still don't know what we are.
We don't know, like, we work for a living, we do other things, but only one day of the week we are the Guys Being Dudes.
So the one day a week we're goofy goobers. Mm-hmm. And the other 6 days of the week we're professional tomfoolery-ists.
Well, professional contributing members.
Of society?
To the society.
No way. You think I'm a professional contributing member to society?
I'm glad you caught on to that joke, because neither am I.
No, okay, good. So we're Degenerate Tomfoolery-ists. Mm-hmm. Episode title right there. We found it.
Boom. Hey, Aidan in editing.
Yeah, Aidan in editing. Make sure that's the title, and also put the socials right here. Thanks. The Instagram is AK219_GBD. The YouTube is at AK219GBD. The Facebook is AK219-GuysBeingDudes. And the Twitter is at GuysBeingDude19.
Boom. Look, just like done. That. Thanks. It's getting better every week.
Thanks in advance, and the future past you thanks you. You're welcome, says me, probably, after insulting myself for making future self do all the work. Anyway, this is the opening segment we usually do after our No, this isn't the tomfoolery day. This is the goober day.
Yeah, after our tomfoolery week.
After our tomfoolery week, we tell you about it whilst being goofy goobers. So, Kevan, we've both had some rough weeks. Yours much rougher than mine. I would invite you to say what you wish. Take your vibe of the week however you would like, because I know this is a bit more of a rough week than you've had in quite a long time.
Honestly, I know we do vibe of the week, but this has been a whole vibe for the whole month.
Right.
This past Friday, fitting, I was playing hockey and our episode aired.
Yeah.
My girlfriend Pam decided to break up with me. So, believe me, I'm understanding of it. People fall out of love with people. That's why divorce rates are so high. That's why relationships don't tend to last. I get it. It happens. It's an unfortunate part of life, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But just this whole month has just been out of whack. It started out with my brother not wanting anything to do with me anymore.
Yeah, that was a weird start to a weird month.
Yeah.
And it confused me because it seems unnecessary.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't see him when he's home anyway, so now he just randomly doesn't want anything to do with me because, he's like, well, you can make plans, but, I don't know when you're home because you don't tell anybody. But that's how my month started. And then right around June 10th, I was going into work, and I had a conversation with Pam, and she hasn't been on her meds for a long time.
Which is likely an unfortunate but contributing factor.
To everything.
Right.
And I started off by just texting her. I said, hey, am I coming over tonight after work? She's like, not tonight. I want the night to myself and tomorrow to myself. I'm like, which also I understand.
Yeah, understandable, sure.
Everyone needs those days. But this month she needed all of them.
Yeah.
Apparently. But then I thought that was it on the 10th. But then I kind of let Sunday, the next day, take its course. And then by Monday the next week, everything seemed to be fine again. Sending wholesome, cute messages to one another, this or that. Yeah. Planning on seeing her on my birthday. And then birthday comes and she's busy. I even got the day off for my birthday, which was nice. But she was busy doing cleanup for the 4th of July party, which, by the way, my birthday was June 17th. The 4th of July isn't until the 4th of July.
Right, 3 weeks from then.
So either you could have done the cleaning next weekend, or guess what? Whenever I'm over at your house, I'm always more than happy
Right.
to help out with things. So that really hurt, not being able to see her on my birthday.
Right.
And then last Friday, it was kind of getting weirder and weirder, and then, she just sent me a long text. She's like, I'm sorry I don't want to call. I'm sorry I'm doing this over text, but, I still love you. I still care about you deeply. I'm just not in love with you. Like I said, I understand. It happens, but...
Right. It doesn't make it less painful, though.
It doesn't, especially because this has happened before.
Right.
But
yeah.
I guess, like you've been telling me ever since it happened, silver linings, it was nothing I did this time.
Right.
Because, maybe like longer story, short-ish, I knew I was ready to try again with her back in January.
Yeah, half a year ago.
I knew I was.
Right.
She thought she was too, and maybe she really wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly when she fell out of love with me. It could have been as early as this month. It could have been 2 months ago. I don't know.
Right.
But, if you're just not ready, you just got to tell me from the get-go.
Yeah.
If you're not feeling it, guess what? You also have to just tell me from the get-go. I know, I didn't... Which, the only thing I'm really thankful for here, I guess, is that she didn't say this to me on my birthday.
Yeah,
that was nice.
That would have been
That would have been a great birthday present.
Right.
Let me tell you what. But, no, it's just... it's
been rough.
It has been, especially because, and that's why I really hate the person I am sometimes. I've had so many people tell me that I need to just not necessarily grow a pair, but have a backbone and just let the abrasive side take over sometimes. But I just can't. I'm not a mean person.
But there's...
I have no love lost for Pam.
Right. And
I don't think I ever will.
That's the important part, too, is in situations like that, regardless of, why it happened, because it wasn't you. This has been something that's been in her head for a while, probably too long. She probably should have said something, but it's not you, and regardless of that, there's no reason to be abrasive or resentful, because it wouldn't help anything. It wouldn't improve anything.
Which is why I don't do it to anybody.
Right. Right. You
unless it's out on the ice rink.
Yeah,
I'm just in my element.
You're in the zone. You're in the flow state, quite frankly. But yeah, no, you are deserving of closure, and the feelings you are feeling are valid, and I think it would be bad if you weren't feeling them, because a loss is something you have to grieve and think about. But no, I don't think...
I get it, too, how it happened the first time we tried to be friends after we broke up. That didn't work because I was a little too pushy, and she ended up blocking me on everything.
Right.
This time, I haven't been so pushy, but now, with the things she said, literally, 2 days before she sent me that breakup text, it was, oh, good night, handsome, sleep well, sweet dreams, I love you with all my heart.
Which is a strange thing to say.
Very strange.
2 days before a breakup where you say you fell out of love. That just seems...
So, but
weird.
Even in that breakup text, I still love you and I care deeply about you, and then, I get it. It's different now, but, I just, and really the last thing she said to me that I would assume wants out of me is the pictures of her sister's graduation, which I went to at the start of this month, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the last time I saw her.
Yeah.
It was the beginning of June.
Yep.
I got around to sending him today, finally. But it's just, like I said, things are different, so not really talking a whole lot, and I get it. But, if you say these things, act on them. Because, if you still, like I do to you, Pam, I still care about you. I still love you. You're not on your meds. I know you're dealing with a lot of things. I always thought I was going to be the guy that would be there with you and for you, as couples and relationships do. You have your good days, you have your bad days. It happens. But guess what? You love each other, and you get through it.
Right.
But I also get you fall out of love with someone. And now knowing that it wasn't my fault, it was all her, it should make me feel bad, but it slightly does, because I still wanted to be that guy.
Right.
That was, always by her side, willing to help her fight these battles, which I tried.
Right. So you can't assume responsibility for that, because you were there, you gave what you could, and it was enough. You can't convince yourself it wasn't, because it was. This was her mental decision, and unfortunately you catch the bad side of it. But no, you can't assume responsibility or blame for it. That's totally unfair to yourself.
And the other thing too that was bugging me the past couple of days, over the entire 3 years now that I've known Pam, I have gotten so close to her family.
Right.
That, even the second go around and I was finally welcomed back into their house, and it was like nothing had changed in that aspect. They'd make fun of my name because it's spelled with an A.
Yeah.
They'd call me Kevan and stuff like that, and I was always more than happy to just come over there for a day or two and hang out with everyone and clean up the yard, do housework at not even my house.
Yeah.
I got so close with Pam, with her family, her sister. It was, it's kind of like losing a second family now too. And
right.
That's exactly what I did the first time. I didn't go out of, I didn't message them too much, but I just wanted to see how Pam was doing.
Sure.
So I messaged her oldest sister, I messaged Pam's mother, and that's what caused the issues at the end of the first relationship. I don't plan on doing that again, but
nah,
I'm gonna miss everything, I'll tell you that.
It's not your responsibility anymore,
But, I'm not gonna say nice, because that's just weird.
Yeah.
The kind guy in me just still wants to see her
succeed.
Knowing that I know she has issues,
right.
I want to see her win those battles. And, it already seems like she's moved on from me,
right?
But not from these issues, and that's what I want to see.
Yeah, and that's a very noble wish of yours, but that you can't take that as a reason to, halt self-improvement. You can't take a step back to, try and feel it in a more relatable sense when you're so much further in your own path.
I don't plan on doing that, because I know this week with work is going to be crazy. When we should have only had 2 trucks this week, now we have 4.
Right.
And I just did one today.
Yeah.
So
literally an hour ago.
Mm-hmm. So, but no, it just other than that, my week was very meh.
About as good as it can be, right?
I'm back living with my dad. Maybe I mentioned that last week.
Yep.
So that's a lot of fun. And even though it happened last Friday, hockey was still great. I was under the impression emotional. I'm gonna have I'm gonna play out of my goddamn mind or play like shit. I didn't do so hot playing goalie. I still played good, but when I played forward, I got 3 assists.
Oh, that's pretty clutch.
And they were all primary assists.
Oh, there you go.
So
there you go. All of our hockey fan out there knows exactly what that means.
I did have a good night, but not a good day.
Yeah.
Not a good month.
Right. Here's to hoping July treats us better, huh? Treats you better.
Yeah. The last thing I'll say about it before hopefully you get into a better vibe of the week, I'll always love you, Pam, and I'll always appreciate the time we had. I just wish it could have worked. I know it's not me.
Right.
But I just wish it could have worked. Because you've met Pam in the flesh. So
yes.
has Jordan.
Yep.
So has many of my friends and family.
Yeah.
Everyone had nothing but nice things to say about you.
Yep. Yeah. Bit of a somber memento, but it's one of those things where it's better said than left unsaid, so.
Now please tell me you have something good to say.
A lot's happened in the last 7 days. Oh,
has it?
I think.
I'm making fun at my life at this point.
We already said all the.
I say, please don't board this ride. You don't want to be on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say we already said the intelligent, emotional things, but don't go and shoot yourself in the foot. Unless it's for a joke, then we'll get it, and it'll be for content.
I'm not shooting myself in the foot. I'm shooting myself in the head.
Hey, my man.
Hey,
can I get a let's go?
For all intents and purposes, that was a joke.
That was
Suicide
a joke,
is
yeah.
Not cool.
For legal reasons and, emotional reasons, that was a joke. Anyway, yeah, my week's been pretty jam-packed since the last 7 days. I partook in my final project for my permaculture design course. So I am now a certified idiot. No, I'm a certified permaculture designer which means...
You are already a certified idiot, dude.
No, I knew that. I've had that certification a while. But yeah, I got my certificate, which is righteous. It was a lot of fun. The whole course was awesome. I miss it a lot because I feel like there's still so much to learn, but I guess that's where that path ends and my own path starts, which is fun but scary. And of course, saving up to get my own property, which in this economy is next to impossible, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, honestly, it might be impossible, the wages we make alone, to afford something.
Yeah.
But if you have a roommate or you're living with a parent,
right,
and you still you're not paying your parents' mortgage, but you're at least still helping out by giving $200, $300
you give
for
what
rent.
what you can, yeah.
But a single person, unless you're like my buddy Brian, for example, just moved down to Tampa. Because he got the company he worked for was a contractor for Aldi's or something, third-party warehouse. They did all the dirty work for Aldi, essentially.
Gotcha. Checks out.
So he got a contract to go down to Tampa and work down there, and he got a studio apartment.
Yeah.
$925 a month. But he's bringing home $1,200 a week.
Oh, well, I mean, fucking come on now. If
he gets paid weekly.
Yeah. First of all, if your rent is less than 25% of your monthly income, you're doing very wonderfully in this world.
Yeah.
Most other people in this generation struggle to find rent less than 50% of their monthly income, which is a budgetary impossibility if you think about it. Yeah, at some point, I would like my own land, I think, is the most important part. I want my own land. I want to grow things and own things instead of... For all of our listeners at home that didn't see Kevan just do the weed, the weed thing with his hands, I unfortunately can't grow that with my job or the state that we're in. But
once maybe at some point it will become a state that allows it. But once you're retired, do as you please.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'll make salads with just cannabis leaves. Why not?
Oh my God.
I know, right?
Healthy
I'm
high.
crazy like that. Anyway, just saving up for my own land, which may take years, but that's just what I want. I hate the idea of endlessly renting and monthly subscriptions because it's all just a fucking scam. It really is. I mean, at least with a mortgage, you retain the investment.
True.
Whereas renting, you're just paying someone else, and you will never see a dime of that again.
And in fact, speaking of owning your own land, there was something that Zach brought up to me on my birthday when we were at Duffy's. And now it's kind of making a little more sense now that really all I have here at home anymore is friends, family, radio, hockey.
Right.
But podcasting. Obviously, that's what we're doing right now. We're just guys being dudes.
Yeah, you're right.
About Zach possibly, he wanted to go to Wyoming with a bunch of his buddies, but some of them aren't too keen on it anymore. Just maybe they don't think it'll happen, but Zach is still dead set on it, and he asked me about it. And at that time, I said, I don't really know, but now that I'm not saying Pam was holding me back, but
right.
I wasn't about to leave her.
Right, and that's an important distinction to make. It wasn't being held back, you were staying for a reason, and now you are free to go that route if you wish. Mm-hmm. And
that's a ways down the road, but I just figured I'd throw that out there.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things, you balance the pros and cons. Cons, you'll be, kind of uplifting away from your friends and family in the region, which is difficult emotionally. The pros are you'll be making bank, and you'll be living in a state where the cost of living is very low. You could get a house with a couple acres for a fraction of what a condo costs here.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
So,
that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, no, financially it's a genius move, but, if a couple months or years down the line you decide to do that, we can always Zoom podcast. It doesn't mean it's the end of...
No.
Yeah.
And I'm not about to say,
right, yeah.
Hey, I broke up,
here's
I'm
my
leaving.
Future retirement level.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man, no.
Actually, I'm sorry. I'm not broke, I'm up.
Hey, mama, yo.
And I wasn't the one that did it anyway.
Did you just spit bars?
I did.
Dude, that was pretty sick.
Don't worry, I say it now, but tonight I'm going to cry.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like laugh now, cry later, but
Yep.
the emotions you feel are are genuine, and of course grief is something you have to go through in order to recover. So I do hear you, and I'm here for you, my man. So.
And I appreciate you being here for me. My parents, your girlfriend, your dad, pretty much, obviously everyone is here for me except for Pam.
Right. Well,
so,
that's kind of an unfortunate
kind of
given. Yeah.
But well, other than Zach.
Yeah,
he's like, he's like, oh, he's the I told you so kind of guy.
Yeah. Well, that's just classic sour for you.
Yep.
But
well, did you have anything else to share before my dad had something to say?
We went on
quick.
some tangents. I finished my PDC, got my certificate. Jordan's car broke down literally today, which is like the third time this year her car is broken down, which is kind of whack as shit. But she drives an old Chrysler, so of course it does. So I guess also saving up for property, saving up for a newer used car. So
mine was $13,000.
Yeah,
I haven't had that many issues with it.
That's true. It's been pretty minimal. But it's just been maintenance, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, oil changes, brake pads, that stuff's just maintenance.
I mean, how much does the normal person drive in a year?
Oh my God, 12,000 miles to 20,000 miles, maybe.
I got mine. I mean, I'm almost at 30,000
since you got it.
Since I got it.
Ooh, yeah.
And next month I'll have the car for a year. I got it at 69,000. I'm at 96.
Nice. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot of driving in 10 months. But
well, maybe I'll save on that because I don't got to drive down to Demont anymore every weekend and this or that. But
it also doesn't help that one of your hobbies, your dearest hobbies is hockey.
Yeah, and that's all the way out in Hammond.
Yeah, to drive out there is an hour and a half round trip. So without traffic.
Yeah.
But yeah, since we, I know this was a last week conversation, but we went down to Indy for my mom's wedding. The drive there and back put me over 221,000 miles. I think
Your car's a trooper.
It added 300 miles in like 2 days, and I was like, oh no.
Oh my God.
She's getting up there in age, and I'm dreading the day that I have to either deal with a transmission repair or alternator repair and weigh the option of just putting her to sleep. Because I hate the thought of that.
That's like with my Lexus. It would have cost more to fix it than they gave me for the trade-in.
Yeah. That's at
that point.
Yeah. And I know my car's trade-in. When I bought it in 2020, when all the used car prices were really high, I think I bought it for $4,500. And since then, it's probably worth $1,600.
Oh my God.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I got $1,500 for my Lexus, and they told me I was lucky.
Yes, you were. You sold at the right time. I bought at the wrong time, but I was shit out of luck. I just totaled my car on a deer. There's nothing I could do.
No.
Anyway, I think that's about it. Work's been busy, which is taking its physical toll on me, but that's nothing new. So yeah, I think I'm checking. I'm checking out. You can go right ahead.
Yeah, my dad just had one thing to say.
Yeah.
He said, sorry to bug you. I know you're doing the show right now, but he's like, I just heard something that reminded me of you guys. Whopper, Whopper,
no,
Whopper,
you
Whopper.
son of a.
BK.
Shut
have
the
it your
fuck
way.
up, Ryan. Shut the fuck. With all due respect, Mr. Boland, fuck you.
I was actually thinking of getting, but I had a very filling lunch today at work.
Yeah.
I was thinking of bringing some food.
If you went to BK, I would have made you leave. We would have pushed the episode.
That's why I didn't do it.
Yeah, no, smart move. But yeah, no, it's been good. I guess one other thing I'll do for the vibe of the week, which Ryan, thank you for the check-in and fuck you. Just this week, this is super topical, so people will forget about this and stop caring by 2 weeks from now. But there was a power outage from some storms recently, British Petroleum, the company well known for polluting the fuck out of the Gulf of Mexico with their stupidity, has a plant in Whiting, which is about an hour's drive from here, and they had a power outage, and they had a major leakage from it of sulfur oxide that covered 3 counties in Indiana, one of which we live in.
Yep.
So Lake Porter
I've wondered why
it's
been so hazy recently.
So the sulfur oxide leakage from BP plus the Canadian wildfires have made it hazy, smoky, and it smells like burning plastic and ass outside, which sucks.
It's not good.
No, it's whack as hell. So if we all get cancer in 10 years from now, I am coming the fuck after you, BP.
Yep. Save this podcast and put it in the vault because
put this
we will
one
use this in court.
Throw this in the Disney vault. We'll crack it open when we need it.
Yep.
But yeah, that was a long-ass vibe of the week, but we had some things to talk.
I attributed a lot to it.
Yeah, we had some things to talk about. Just to clear the air, so if, one or both of us seems a little off this episode or a little sensitive on certain subjects, that's why.
Or, if you just need...
At least we're being genuine about it.
We're being genuine, and if any females out there listen to this podcast...
if any ladies out there...
I'm available.
...are into hockey playing, dick sporting goods... Doing. If you want a guy that's good at hockey and does dicks, he's your man.
This didn't work. I don't think our listener is a female.
Yeah, I think our man to woman listener is like 10 to 1 maybe.
Well,
but I guess when
more
you make
females out there that
when you
listen
make
to
enough cum and dick jokes,
yeah,
you tend to get a certain following. Anyway, we'll be right back with our brand new segment of the season, which hopefully is fun, funny, or entertaining.
It definitely is to me.
Yeah. We've returned for Burning Questions, the segment where what happens, Kevin?
You ask questions that are burning.
Yeah, well, okay.
That people on Reddit ask, other people on Reddit, I'm sorry, ask questions that are very, very, very hot.
Yes.
And they need to be answered by professionals like us.
Yeah, exactly. So these are questions from several different subreddits where the question's so burning, it almost feels like it's directed at us, the main characters of the universe. Mm-hmm. So this credit,
wow. And you always make fun of me when I have a speech impediment.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to make you feel.
You wanted to make me feel included.
I wanted to make you feel better about your previous.
About my previous ailments.
Just wanted to make you feel.
I wanted to make you feel alive. This question comes from Redditor Buttfucking Smurfs. What's a food that you can't eat due to its texture?
Mushrooms.
Okay. That like almost squeaky styrofoamy kind of texture?
Yeah, just can't do it. Like
that's fair.
Doesn't matter if they're, slimy or actually cooked. I can't do it.
Cooked equals slimy. I think raw is that styrofoamy.
Okay, yeah.
I'm considering this a consumable. It's not technically a food, but milk.
Oh, sure.
Like plain milk.
Too thick for water, too thin for milkshake.
I love chocolate milk. Regular milk? No. It's wrong.
I just can't stand regular milk for its flavor. It just tastes off to me. Like if it's in cereal, I can focus on the cereal.
Yeah.
If it's chocolatinated, it's chocolate.
Yeah.
If it's strawberry-ish, it's strawberry.
Mm-hmm.
But plain milk, like I don't want to... Oh, I like bovine titty juice for breakfast. That makes one of one people globally. Sorry.
The texture is just wrong.
It's wrong.
It doesn't feel right.
Right, all the calcium almost makes the liquid chalky.
To be fair, I'm also lactose intolerant.
Well,
like I'm not having a glass of nut milk every morning.
But I would prefer nut milk to titty juice from a bovine creature.
Okay.
In a way.
All right.
In a way. I think my answer would probably be bananas. Like, the flavor of bananas is nice.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
But they're, like, frozen bananas. I like freezing a banana and eating it like a popsicle because it's, like, it's literally just a popsicle at that point. But, like, a room temperature banana is just, like, mushy but also sandy, and it's got the stringy things, and it's just not...
Freeze-dried bananas are pretty good.
Dude, banana chips. Banana chips and plantain chips kind of fuck hard, but yeah, just raw bananas it does something bad for me. And also it makes my stomach feel weird if I eat too many bananas. But I think
potassium overdose.
Yeah, I think that's a whole potassium thing, and also they're slightly radioactive, so that's another thing. Did you know that?
I did not.
You actually answered that question correctly in another episode.
Oh, I did?
Yeah. Long ago.
About potassium being... Yeah, okay, I remember now.
Next question. I'm sorry, what did we do in between questions? Yeah,
silly me.
Silly you.
It's been a week.
It's been a month. It's been a long week. Thank you. This question comes from Pharaohset, who is universally thought of as hot that you think is average at best.
Jason Momoa.
Fair answer. Fair answer. Could you explain
The
why?
motherfucker is
just...
Aquaman.
He's
not hot.
He's like, look, I'm talking to a dolphin. It's like, what good does that do?
I got a band of fish, or whatever the fuck I call it.
Beware my tunas. Like okay, cool.
Just get out of here. And like, really, the only one Samoan that you should be into is your tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
Fuck you.
But I gotta go with Jason Momoa.
Jason
He's just
Momoa.
he was in a Fast movie. Wow, it's not like there's 30 of them anyway.
Right? Yeah.
You know,
They should have let that series die with Paul Walker.
Yeah,
into
I
a
agree.
tree.
Oh.
I would have thought. I think my answer would be like any of the Kardashians or Jenners. I think they're like, because their status, like, they're so hot. It's like, not really.
They're like 70% plastic.
Plastic, right? I mean, they have more plastic than our oceans, and that says a lot because we're a capitalist society that thinks that's okay. I think my male answer would probably be Ryan Gosling. Because when I think of a hot Ryan, I think Reynolds.
Oh, yeah, okay, I know Gosling.
No,
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling, I think he's just like, he's your average older frat guy. You know, he graduated from college 20, 25 years ago, but he still dresses like he goes to college.
Oh, yeah. And
he still looks like it, and it's like, I don't see the appeal.
I don't think I could name any female ones other than the Kardashians. I would agree with you on that.
That's a good one. That's a strong one.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't
But no,
think of
Ryan
any.
Gosling, Jason Momoa is a good answer too. Next question comes from
Keep on forgetting.
Ghost Savage 786. What is one lie everyone tells? I immediately have a good answer for this one.
Okay, then you go first.
I'm fine.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Like,
It is a good
how's your
one.
day going? That's fine. You're lying. Everyone lies with a question as stupid as how's your day. Saying I'm fine is the kindest way of saying it's fucking awful.
Yeah, and then
but
you're
it's
like,
a lie.
And
It
then
is a
you're
lie.
like, you want to talk about it? They're like, no, I promise, I'm okay.
Yeah, well, okay, you're going somewhere.
You're right, I'm going somewhere with this.
Yeah.
Well, the biggest lie. That I would agree with because it's happened.
Right. I think just the answer to how's your day been or how you going? It's like, oh, I'm fine, but really you're dying inside because most of us are.
Mm-hmm. No, I'd have to. I don't think I could think of another one other than that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I think another one I could come up with is like, oh, I love seafood. No, you don't. It's fucking foul.
I tolerate it.
It smells and tastes
mind
like fish, and that's not
catfish
appealing.
Is okay. It's all right. Sushi.
Like sushi's good.
Like sushi.
But sushi is just, ingredients hiding seafood, in my opinion.
Okay, fair.
And I think that like popcorn shrimp or fish sticks, that's also other ingredients hiding the seafood.
Of course.
So yeah, that'd be my big two. Or also like, oh, does your car have a check engine light? No. You're lying to me and the AutoZone employee, okay? Next question. Halloween 365 asks, what makes you feel old as shit?
Today I actually just found out something.
Yeah.
That it has been 17 years since Disney Pixar Cars came out.
No. Oh no. 17?
17 years.
Ouch.
That makes me feel old.
When was the first Lego Star Wars released?
Oh god, it had to have been early 2000s.
Oh no. Oh no. 2005.
Wow.
It looks like.
That's the same year as Cars, isn't it? 17?
Close. 18 years ago.
Yeah, wow.
Yikes.
Yeah, because like Cars was such a great movie. I watched it all the time as a kid. They're like, oh, it turned 17 today. I'm like,
yeah.
what?
I heard a stat.
What?
How old is Cars?
17 years.
17.
What the fuck?
Right?
Right? That's what I said earlier today at work.
Another good one is the Third Eye Blind song, Semi-Charmed Life. Great song. That is as old to us today as Frank Sinatra was to it when it was released.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, that'd be mine.
That's nuts.
Next question comes from Raftaboat. Fellow glasses wearers, do you keep your glasses on or off during sex, and why? I'm going to say off because I get sweaty and they would slide off my face anyway.
That's true.
And also, it's dark. Why would I need them?
That's
Like
true.
I'm not that nearsighted.
Yeah, but like with me, sometimes it's that thing can be a myth sometimes, and it's hard to find. So 1, I need some sort of light on. 2, I need my eyes to see. I usually do keep them on. Sometimes they get a little, they slide down the bridge of my nose. I'm just like, I gotta just...
You look like an old English teacher.
Yeah, and I gotta quickly, put them back on my face. Yeah. But, no,
Are you sure you can bring that F to an A+?
We like Ike. We like Ike. But, no, or I should have just gotten the stupid band that you attach to the back that keeps it up.
The little elastic band.
Yep.
Oh, that's great.
But no, well, considering...
Take that as advice, actually, everyone out there. Get the elastic band for all your...
Considering it might be a while, maybe by next time I'll just take them off.
Yeah, just to see how it goes. Switch it up some.
I mean, I did it a couple times with Pam, but normally, with me, I like to see. I like to see...
You like to see art as it unfolds.
Precisely.
Precisely. Next question comes from a provoking shit magnet. What is the first thing you always do when you come home?
Either wash my hands, wash my face, or take a shit.
Why don't you do it? Do it on the clock, bro. Get some hours.
I do.
Oh, and then you come home and do it again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say if it's a work week, I come home, throw off my boots and keys and phone. First thing I do is take a shower.
First thing I wake up, I shit,
get out of bed. Yeah, I'd say work week, first thing I do is get home. If it's a weekend or if I'm getting home from the gym, first thing I do is eat because I'm always hungry. So I'll either eat or I'll just sit on the couch and have a nice long sigh. Just sigh for a little bit of time and just think for a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
About why I'm here. What am I doing?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I was watching the ferrets.
Oh.
But usually I just take a shower.
Shower, yeah.
Yes, literally as soon as I get home, toss my shit to the side, take a shower.
Yep. I guess we could follow that up then. What is the first thing you do post-shower when you get home? Because mine is always the same. I get home from work, I shower, I eat way too much food. I eat enough food for 2 days, and then I wonder why I'm so sluggish the rest of the day.
Well, then
I legit just sit on the couch after my shower. Obviously, get dressed after the shower.
Sure.
And then just sit on the couch and exist. And then you usually yell at me being like, oh my god, you forgot to eat again today?
Yeah,
and the
that's
answer
true.
Is always yes.
No, that's true. Can confirm.
Example, just now, that little bit of ice cream was the only thing I've eaten
First
today.
thing you eaten today. Yeah, that's about right. Well,
no yelling.
I guess,
yelling.
No, I was just going to say maybe in this next break after this segment, we'll have to...
He doesn't yell per se. It's usually just, so what'd you eat today?
Yeah.
And I'm like, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, okay. And kind of upset.
Yes.
And
Precisely.
And then trying to make me eat.
Uh-huh.
No, I know that feeling all too well, too.
Yes, that you do.
We try.
That you do.
You got a patch of hair missing.
Missing?
Oh, just a little bit thinner over there.
Then the other side?
That's all good. That's a good fade. Good fade.
So it's thinner here, it's just...
It's
just
literally just this whole...
You won't be able to notice it in a week from now.
I paid $22 for this fucking haircut.
22 too many. You have a haircutist right
here. If you gave me a bottle
here.
of wine, I got you.
I know, she already said
Yeah,
that. I'm
that's
thinking a
what I'm
bottle of
saying.
wine is cheaper than $22.
Exactly.
Okay,
Precisely. Next question. User ArcJump asks, you get pushed into 2030
please
for
no.
10 minutes,
No.
and you get one Google search. What do you look for?
Oh, good lord.
I think I would look current stock prices, and that way I come back to 2023 and I put all my savings into that.
True. Yeah, okay, then
So in 7 years from now, I'll be good.
Stocks isn't the only thing you can invest in, right?
Stocks, crypto, bonds.
Or just whatever. I think I'll go along that route, or maybe just in 2030, cash will be worth more than what it is now. So guess what? Whenever I get paid, I'm at least taking half of it in cash, and I'm pulling a Mr. Krabs and I'm putting it in my mattress.
Or Fallout rules, oh yeah, cash has fallen, now bottle caps are real. I'll be like, dude, give me all the Mexican Coca-Cola I can get right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Next question. From That was a long one. You okay? Still going?
No, I'm not okay.
Fragment. Well,
Class to stay on during
we
sex.
know that. Fragment Sun 1033 asks.
Down. Oh, that's Fortunate Son.
Yeah.
My bad.
This Fragment Sun made to wave the solar flares. Your friend gave you $5. You went and bought a lottery ticket with it,
Yes.
and you won $80 million. How much would you return him back?
Nothing.
Nothing, because he's a cheap fuck and he only gave me $5.
Nothing, because I am going to end up, he'll know I won money because I'm always wanting to be going out and do shit. So it's just
for
like,
sure.
Yeah, that lottery ticket. We're like, oh yeah, I won 80 million, by the way. So this is all because of you.
Yeah.
He's like, well, can I get any? I'm like, no. But I'm buying things for you. So essentially,
If it's someone I hate, well, I guess if it's a friend, you don't really hate them. But if it's a lesser friend, an acquaintance, and they gave me the $5, oh yeah, fine, whatever, get your lotto ticket, and I won the 80 mil, I'd walk up to him with a $5 in hand, be like, hey man, I won a little bit. Here's your $5 back. Not knowing I'm still up $79,999,995.
yeah.
But if it's someone I like, then I'll be like, hey, that lottery ticket actually netted me a large sum of money. Here's $8 million, you're set for life.
I'd be like, here's $10.
Here's $10. Double
buy
your
Big Mac
investment. Yeah, double your investment. Get you that Grimace meal, dog.
His birthday shake.
Well, that's the final question. Thank you. That's how we close a segment
That's
too.
the ending moan.
That's the ending moan. It's a little more passionate.
That means I'm done.
Yeah. Well, after this short break where maybe I'll get Jordan food because she won't eat by herself, we'll be right back with a quiz time where I, your homeboy, is the quizmaster.
Oh!
We've returned with me, your very own quizmaster, who's made this quiz for... Oh, I'm so sorry. Who's made this quiz for Kevan and for you, the lovely listener. This is called... You okay, Kevan?
Yeah,
You just went awooga at your phone, which is kind of the second time you've been on your phone right as we're in the middle of a segment, which is kind of crazy because it just happened last week.
Yeah, but guess what?
It just happened.
Nothing went off though. It's just
You were on your phone from the intro to the segment, which is also kind of crazy considering we do this show and it's just you and me.
Because I don't want to be quizzed, quite frankly. Okay.
Okay.
I'm done.
You're retiring,
I'm
so this
breaking up.
retirement.
I'm no longer in love with the podcast.
You love and you care for it,
but I'm
you're
not in love.
Wow. No need to be topical.
Please fuck me one more time before we go our separate ways. No, I didn't even get that. Anyway, let's go.
Wow.
No, it's just some hockey news that I open my mouth to that I'll talk to you because it involves the Devils.
Ooh,
So
okay.
I'll talk with your dad
My
about
dad's
that.
going to be way into that. And you'll mention it on the sports show, which
Damn right I will.
is on...
Saturday mornings, 10 a.m.
Saturday mornings, 10 a.m.
103.1 WVLP.
Yes, exactly, which is our radio airing of our podcast, because we do
Yes.
both, because we're just fancy like that
just so
anyway.
good.
Yes. This is Aidan Maloney, quizmaster of this episode, have made a quiz for Kevin and the listener called Marvelous.
I
you
like that. That's
Yeah.
a good.
Thanks,
that's a
man.
good name.
Thanks, man. So I got 14 questions revolving Marvel,
Okay.
the company. But you can get 20 points
Oh, interesting.
because the final question is worth 7.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
All right.
So we'll run through this, and the final question's worth 7 points. Play along at home if you feel so inclined. I'm sure if you're a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you will do well. I know Kevin is, so I'm expecting him to do well.
Hoping so.
I'm
there's been some movies I haven't seen, but
Yeah, me too.
timeline-wise, I
Me
think
too.
I should be okay.
Yeah. I'm hoping you get more than 13. That's my hope for you.
All right.
So, here we go.
I think I can do that.
Which borough of New York City is Steve Rogers from?
Oh, no. Oh.
It's like the most famous one.
Queens?
That's not, no.
That's probably Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
Probably. I think you're right, actually.
Brooklyn.
Correct.
Okay.
What a guy.
All right.
Yeah, it was either Queens or Brooklyn.
Queens. I'm from Brooklyn.
I'm a Brooklyn boy. Question number 2. How many Infinity Stones are there?
One for each finger. 6.
My man, you got it right. 6
Fine.
Infinity
I'll
Stones.
do it myself.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Could I try to name what they are?
Don't do that.
No?
That's the final question.
Oh.
You guessed the final question. Good for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shucks.
Yep.
Look at me. Aren't I marvelous?
You are marvelous. I made that pun too. What type of doctor is Doctor Strange?
Oh, well, he's a doctor.
That he is.
Okay.
Doctor
Next
Who?
question. No, that's a totally different entity.
Totally different entity. You're right. He's a Time
God,
Lord.
It was not neurosurgeon, was it? Was it
Was
really?
it?
Oh, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. No, it was neurosurgeon.
It was neurosurgeon.
Okay, all right.
Dude, 3 in a row.
I know, because like when he got in an accident, he's like, I can't use my hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, how do you get in a car crash where only your hands get severely fucked up? What are you doing?
Turn into Michael J. Fox? What do we know?
Oh, that was not called for.
I'm sorry.
Ouch.
I'm sorry, Michael. You are
Wow.
one of my childhood heroes.
Wow.
My homeboy. I wasn't alive in 1985, but,
You're
Back
gonna
to
see
the
some
Future was
serious
awesome.
shit.
Yeah, exactly. When we
Those
get to
movies are
88,
great.
yeah, they're great. Captain America's shield is made from what metal?
Vibranium.
Correct. Who is the first human to wield Mjolnir?
Mjolnir?
Mjolnir.
Or however you say
Mjolnir.
it.
I don't know, actually.
Well, if this is based off the movies, I want to say it's Captain America. If it's based off the comics, I don't know, so I'm going to go with Captain America.
Should have prefaced this quiz. This is based off the movies.
Okay.
Captain America's correct.
It happened in Endgame.
It did, which was so fucking cool.
The entire theater fucking marked out.
It was so lit. It was so lit.
It was great. In fact, there was like a post-credit scene in a Marvel movie way before Endgame where they were all trying to
Yeah, I remember
mess
that.
around and lift it, and Steve moved it a little bit, and Thor's just like,
Thor's like, oh my god, yeah, that was great. How do you smell? How do you spell Mjolnir?
Dude, what is this the next question, or are you just asking me this?
This is worth a point.
Oh,
yeah.
you're fucked in the head, dude. Mijlnor.
Honestly, you're closer than I would have been had I not Googled it. MJ
Oh.
O umlaut
Oh.
LNIR.
Oh, okay, all right.
So honestly, you weren't that far off.
All right.
Not that far off. Who is the Winter Soldier?
Oh, Bucky.
Bucky. Sergeant Bucky.
Bucky Barnes.
Bucky Barnes. Who? What? What?
Sorry.
Yes,
that was
not
last
that.
segment.
That was last segment.
Yeah.
What movie kicked off the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire.
I so wish you were right. I so wish you were
Iron
right.
Man.
Iron Man is correct. Some people get that confused and think it was the Hulk with Edward Norton, but it
No.
wasn't. That came later, and then they kicked out Edward Norton, and it's a whole
Bye.
thing. Yeah, bye. Who founded Stark Industries?
Oh, shit. Well, what's the dad's name? It wasn't Tony. Howard Stark.
Howard Stark, dude.
Howard Stern.
Dude. Yeah, it's Howard Stern. No, you're killing this quiz. Howard Stark is correct. Hopefully all of our listener at home
I'm a bit of a
is
nerd,
doing
too,
it well.
so if there's any females out there that are into nerds that
Yeah,
know a lot about
nerds
Marvel,
that play hockey and do dicks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and has a great dick, by the way.
Can confirm. Anyway.
Well, no, I'm
Who
not
is-
just saying, like, we're not together, but Pam said it was great, and it made her feel great, so guess what, ladies? It's enough to
have- yeah.
satisfy you.
Exactly.
And Uncle Sam wants you.
Secondhand evidence. Yeah, Uncle
Yeah.
Sam wants you to hop on Kevin's cock.
Please.
Who is Peggy Carter's love interest?
Oh, Peggy Carter. Steve Rogers.
Correct. It's Steve Rogers.
Captain America.
Captain America. How long was Ant-Man trapped in the quantum realm?
Oh, no, this one might
Yeah.
get wrong, because, like, in there it was
Yeah.
only a couple minutes.
For him,
But
that was during the snap.
5 years?
5 years is absolutely correct.
Oh, my
Dude,
God!
you're fucking nailing this,
I'm
bro.
so fucking nerdy.
It's unbelievable. But then again, I guess I'm nerdy because I made this quiz. What is Ant-Man's name?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Scott
interesting.
Lang.
Oh, dude. It's Scott Lang. My man. Penultimate
I
question.
want to get laid.
Yeah, you deserve it at this rate. What movie was Spider-Man's first MCU appearance?
Captain America Civil War.
Dude. You're killing
and I
it.
haven't even seen it.
What?
Yeah.
You are fucked. That's such a great
Okay,
movie.
I've seen it, but I haven't seen it.
So you haven't seen it, is what you're
Yes.
telling me.
Yes.
Dude, it's so good.
I mean, I know, like, Tony was just like, so you knew Bucky killed my dad? And he's like, Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they fought,
Yeah.
and then he's like, under ruse, and he's like, hi, everyone.
What? Spoiler alert. I guess that's what happened.
Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, final question.
Okay.
What are the 6 Infinity Stones? And you get a bonus point if you get all 6 right.
Okay. Time, reality, power. Let's see, time, reality, power.
You're 3 for 3.
Soul. Time, reality, power, soul. Oh, God.
You're missing the blue one and the yellow one.
I thought yellow was the soul.
Soul is orange.
Is there a mind?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
That's the yellow one. You're missing the blue one.
Blue one. That was the Tesseract.
Uh-huh.
Can I ask about the power?
Sure.
Or, I mean, not that.
What
Stroke.
do you wish
Hold
to
on.
ask?
I wish to ask what ones I've named off already.
You have named reality, power, mind, time, and soul, and all of those are right.
Oh, God. For the life of me, I can't remember. I know time is green.
Yep.
Power is purple.
Yep.
Reality's red.
Yep.
Soul is orange.
Yep.
Mind is yellow.
Yes.
And the blue one.
The blue one. The one Loki held.
Oh, my God. Dude, I don't know.
You're so close. You're so close
I
to
know,
the bonus
I
point,
know.
dude.
Shit.
Any of our Marvel fan out there has likely done better for this question.
Oh,
You
probably,
have to do
like...
you have to do this. You have to do this.
No, I said power already. What the fuck was the blue one? That was like, like the first ever stone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck.
And when it was dropped, it opened up a portal through
Space?
space. You got it, bro. Space, reality, power, mind, time, and soul. And the bonus point. You got 19 out of 20, my man.
Oh, what one did I miss?
How do you spell Mjolnir?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright.
that was just dickish on my part. Cause
so let me suck it.
I literally huh? My hammer? Anyway.
Yes, am I worthy?
I had to type into Google, right? I spelled it like... what was it? I was like...
you should have just said to
Yeah, I
avoid
said,
your
like-
stupidness, you should have used, how do you spell Thor's hammer?
That I wish I had, but I was like Mollyner hammer, and then
Mjolnir.
it was like, did you mean Mjolnir? And I was like, yeah, that one.
Good lord.
But yeah, no, it's good. It's good. You did great though.
I know.
Fantastic showing.
That was a great quiz.
Yeah.
Honestly,
That's
I like that a lot.
I'm glad. Hopefully we can continue this quiz mastery, considering next week is your turn.
It is.
And we'll keep it flipping excellent.
It may be good. It may be not so good.
But that's just what we do, isn't it?
Exactly.
Exactly. Well, as we take a 1-second break, we will be right back with our closing segment. Bye. We've returned for the aforementioned promised final segment, Tell Me a Story, where we tell you stories. Now, Kevin, what is Tell Me a Story all about?
Tell Me a Story is about when Aidan explains to you what Tell Me a Story is.
And when Tell Me a Story is when Jordan explains to us what Tell Me a Story is.
There's a story and you tell it.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
No, that's super clear and fresh and funky,
concise.
really. Now, Kevin,
really just gets down to it.
Exactly. So, the precision is immaculate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Kevin, I have a prompt for you.
Do tell.
Because this is our shot at improv comedy. Good or not, it's our shot. Bars. And I have a prompt for you.
Duh.
Tell me a story about the time you got funky fresh with Tony the Tiger.
It's all a part of...
It's part of what?
It's all a part of...
Yeah.
You
just said it like a Bostoner.
I did.
Yeah.
It's all a part of a balanced and nutritious breakfast, which I have every morning
Vitamin
before
A,
work.
Vitamin K,
Vitamin
B,
Vitamin A through Z.
Exactly.
And I always start
Hepatitis A through Z.
I always start off the morning by eating an orange,
Okay.
peel and all,
Bold but nutritious.
and then I have a bowl of cereal. But what am I having? I'm not having Fruit Loops. I'm not having Lucky Charms.
What are you having?
I'm not having Corn Flakes.
Nah.
I'm having Frosted Flakes.
Oh, the classic.
Because every time I pour that milk into that bowl, I just hear lions roaring. I'm just like,
it speaks to you.
I'm like, Tony, I'm
My
eating your
man,
cereal.
up in heaven.
Tastes pretty good. So yeah, every morning I start the morning off like that. I eat an orange, peel and all.
Peel and all.
and then my bowl of Frosted Flakes.
Big bowl.
And it's been going on for months now.
Really? How many?
I have the same morning routine, at least a month.
Okay.
And pardon me, sorry.
Yeah.
Professionalism at its finest here.
That's what we do. Are you okay? You gonna choke?
I got something in my throat. It feels like phlegm. I don't know. I'll be all right.
Could be that chili you ate earlier.
It could be Tony the Tiger himself.
We'll get there.
We will get there. So, every morning I'm eating this nutritious breakfast, going into work, working my...
off.
Oh, yes, I was working a behind off. You're right.
Yeah.
Wasn't mine. And,
Whoa.
working,
Wow.
coming back home, and I just can't get enough of this Frosted Flakes. After this month of a good morning routine, I'm just like, I need to have it as a snack once I get home from work.
As you should.
So I start having...
part of a good morning routine, right?
I started having at least 2 to 3 bowls a day.
Wow.
And I'm just like, these flakes.
So much nutrients.
These flakes, they're frosted.
They're frosted as fuck.
But, not the way I want them to be frosted.
Do tell?
So I conspire with myself. And I'm like, we need more pizzazz with these flakes,
A little
Tony.
sauce, really.
And I have Tony in my room. He actually made an
He's
appearance.
there?
He's there with me. And he's like, I understand what you're talking about, Kev.
An acquaintance or a friend?
A friend.
A friend.
A friend.
Dear friend.
A dear friend, Tony the Tiger. And he's like, I understand. My cereal needs some more pizzazz now. I get it. It's 2023. We all need to eat some more protein. And I'm like, I'm so glad you agree with me. So now, Frosted Flakes are even frostier. And
Real glazed.
And, it's just a very good balance of vitamins A through Z and protein and your orange peels and your whatever else you eat in the morning for breakfast.
The pre-marmalade, we call it.
Yeah, I could eat a bowl of Frosted Flakes and then go work out because I got so much protein to burn.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Our
now
protein ingested.
we're about 3 months into this new business project. You were the first I've told.
No kidding.
So unless you tell
What an
anybody what's
honor.
really in Frosted Flakes, I will have to kill you.
But what if perhaps other people are listening to this?
Well, what if perhaps I've never said what's actually in it? Which I haven't.
Trade secret?
Trade secret.
Naturally. Just like
Trade
WD-40.
Yep, exactly. Squirt.
My man.
So, yeah, it's been about 3 months into this business plan, and then Tony came over to my place the other day.
Yeah, as
in
he does.
In his new Rolls Royce and everything.
Oh, what a guy.
He's living the lap of luxury.
As he should, really.
Yeah, and I got the money too. I'm just not
Sure.
spending it
You're
like
modest,
he is. I
modest.
am modest. I am a modest
Humble man.
Humble man.
A kind man.
And he comes over and he's like, dude, I have loved this proposal since day one. I loved tasting the first ever try of it.
Yeah.
But, I don't know if I can just be... I'm like, what are you talking about, Tony? He's just like, I haven't let this get to my head like you have. Like, look what you're wearing. You're wearing a 3-piece suit. You're driving a Rolls Royce, and you got hookers in the car.
Oh, Tony,
What
no.
are you doing? He's like, it's my money. I'm like, it's our money. And he's like, no, it's not. So then me and him literally pulled out our lightsabers
Oh, my God.
and went at it. Anakin versus Obi-Wan style.
Oh, my God.
And I
Who
had the
got
high
the
ground.
high ground?
I had the high
Oh.
ground, and he didn't win.
Damn.
I cut off his tail, I cut off his limbs, and me and my family ate him that night.
Nutritious meal.
And ever since then, I've been looking for a second business partner.
Have I got the deal for you?
And that story was called Help Wanted
Help wanted in VR.
in VR.
That was awesome. What a twist.
It really was.
He turned so evil.
Just money corrupts absolutely, I guess.
It
I
does.
mean, it's just...
Classic capitalism.
I mean, if I had that,
Classicalism.
like the question earlier, if you had $80 million, would you let it go to your head, or would you just be modest and
But
be
then
like,
again,
yeah,
if
I got a lot of money?
if I got the $80 million from a $5 loan from a
Sure.
friend, absolutely it would go to my head because I'd be like, "Oh, hey friend, here's that $5 back. Let me buy you a coffee."
Yeah.
And then I would keep the other $79,998,995.
Yeah.
But alternatively, if it was a business partner, say Kevin Boland and Aidan Maloney, maybe, just maybe, it wouldn't end up in the death of a business partner. Maybe. There's a chance.
There is a chance. So, Aidan,
Because in the future, one of us will die.
so tell me a story
Yes.
about your newest job at Frosted Flakes.
Okay. Oh, boy. Now,
how it's going for you.
Yeah. No, this story starts in quite a unique fashion, but this story is titled The Halloween Massacre.
Okay. You've intrigued me.
Yes.
Go
I am snoozing
kidding.
on the job.
Just kidding.
Almost as disrespectful as being on your phone during my story.
Yeah.
Regardless, I am on my regular daily grind, working 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's getting old. Snoozing, just like
on. Me.
during my story.
Yes.
So, snooze fest, boring job. Is it keeping me in shape? Maybe, who cares? And I'm like, boy, I need a change. How? Just how can I make this change a reality for me? And I get this offer from an old business partner of mine. We did business way back in the day, decades and decades ago. And he reaches out to me and he's like, hey man, I know it's been a while since I hit you up. I'm sorry about that, but I've got an offer for you. And I was like, dang, yeah, I haven't heard from you in a while. What's going on? Kelp? And he hits me back and he's like, hey man, have you ever wanted a job working for Kellogg's Corporation? General Mills? And I was like, no. And he was like,
He said, okay.
what if I told you it pays $420,000 per month? And I was like, wow. My interest's been piqued. I didn't tell him that. I kept it cool. I was like, say more. And he was like, well.
I would have said, that's it. $420,000
But then again,
a month?
I've been poor and I'm still poor, so I needed to keep it cool, make sure
Yeah.
I'm on the up and up. So he hits me back and he's
humble.
like, yeah, be humble for sure. Eating them, bread and bread sandwiches where it's just bread and
With bread in the middle.
triple bread, the bread Mac. Anyway, he hits me
$9.99,
back.
Please.
Yeah, still $10 at McDonald's. Anyway, he hits me back and he says to me, what does he say to me? He says to me, I want you to work with me. Not for me, with me. Now that was the offer. The money was awesome. Better than I've ever had. That offer, work with me as owners, as managers, as supervisors. Work with me. That spoke to me. So I texted him back. Actually, I FaceTimed him at that point, and I was like, hey, man, this ought to work. This ought to really work.
Oh, yeah.
So he calls me up to his headquarters, the corporate headquarters in Santa Claus, Indiana. So I take the day trip out there on my moped. It takes all 24 hours. And I get there the following 6:01 a.m. and he looks at me, this kelp bowl man, and he says,
Sounds like a good guy.
You're
got
late.
the job.
You're late. And I was like, fuck. Bad first impression. But I can make it up to yous. And he looks back at me, he's like, how? And he's like, well, this is Kellogg's, right? It's like, yeah,
Right.
this is Kellogg's. This is
Yes.
Kellogg's. I am Kelp, the owner of Kellogg's. And I'm like, hey, Kelp, I heard through the grapevine there was a man making your Frosted Flakes frostier. And he says, oh, I think I know where you're going with this. And I says, oh, no, you don't. No, you don't.
Oh, he didn't.
I'm about to double frost, triple
Oh.
frost. You want to fill up those cereal shelves? You've got 4 times Frosted Flakes. And he says to me, there's no way. We don't have the resources.
It's not feasible.
It's
not
not
possible.
feasible. And I look at him and I says, do you know what I'm about? You know what I'm about?
And I said, he said he thought,
Yes,
he thought
kelp,
you did.
this kelp, which obviously is new, this kelp bowl man looks at me and he says, my old partner, he didn't understand the society of Frosted Flakes. And I look back at Kelp and I says, he just didn't understand the capacity of Frosted Flakes. You've got Frosted, sure. You've heard of Oreos, double frosted, oh, doable.
Double stuffed.
But you've got more stuff. That's triple Frosted Flakes. What about most stuff? That's 4 times Frosted Flakes. I have your protein. I'll provide. I have your nutrients. I'll provide. Yeah, I eat pineapple. And Kelp Bowl Man looks at me and he says, did I say 420,000? Or did I say 4.2 million every month? And I says, you're goddamn right, you fucking racist son of a bitch. And then we both made money together.
That we did. And by the end of it, it is now, we officially have made headlines, and we are no longer Frosted Flakes. We are called Protein Flakes.
That protein power has taken over the cereal, non-nutritive, covered cereal world.
I mean, the whole, like, however they...
No, that's too much. That's not okay. That might be too much.
Pink to the third power is okay.
Listen, man, I know how to speak that language. Regardless, that was my story. I hope you enjoyed.
I did. It was a very good...
Did I hit all the notes you expected? Did I cover your flavor palette with my protein shake?
You did. It was actually, I'm surprised it went as well as it did.
As swimmingly as it could have.
Yeah.
For certainly.
No, it was good.
Thanks, man.
It was like Campfire, but it wasn't. It was kind of a continuation of a story.
Honestly, I've kind of been hoping for more of those because it's kind of fun to tie in.
Oh, yeah.
Even when it's not Campfire, because it's hard to do Campfire two-person. It is doable, which maybe we'll do in the near future.
Oh, I'm
but
sure.
it is fun to, like, bounce. That bounce of improv, I think, is important to storytelling.
Mm-hmm. No doubt.
Regardless, I hope all of our listener enjoyed that segment. We enjoy doing it because it kind of gives us the creative freedom of what if everything is acceptable? And to a point, it becomes not okay. For instance, a couple weeks before the 4th of July, I made a joke about blowing up One World Trade Center. Is that okay? In my eyes, in some people's, such as New York City residents' eyes, maybe not. But
well,
it's really the comedy factor because it's not going to happen. We've got TSA and shit like that. Anyway,
you live and you learn.
We live and we
did learn because we don't have the World Trade Centers anymore.
Yeah, check out like 3 weeks from now. One World Trade is going to come down, and they're going to be like, "Oh, listen to this one podcaster who made it happen." It's like, come on now, take my name off of that.
A certain airlines got back to you about bringing hummus on a flight.
Fucking Spirit Airlines. No, literally that happened. Kevan is actually fucking being truthful about this. Fucking the TSA. I went on the Guys Being Dudes Twitter, which was mentioned early in the show. Hey, Aidan, in editing, repeat it again right now. No. Thanks. So that Twitter account you just heard was, I tweeted on it, and I was like, at TSA, what is the largest quantity of hummus I can bring on a plane? Like, is hummus a liquid? And they got back to me.
Wow.
The TSA got back to me and they were like, well, hummus is technically a liquid, so it needs to be less than 3.4 ounces or whatever the fuck they're on about. And I'm like, so you can bring a registered gun onto a plane, but I can't bring 4 ounces of hummus onto a plane.
No.
Which
there are rules and regulations, sir.
It's not a question of whether or not they make sense. It's whether or not they're enforced. And they are.
Would you rather get shot and die instantly or drown in a bunch of thick hummus?
I would rather drown in a bunch of thick hummus.
I knew you would.
But, well, I'm a bit of a hummus man. Just that thick bean sauce coming down my throat, I think, is appealing to me. Because hummus is such a significant substance.
I mean, I'm more of like a Lay's guy with a French onion dip because it's French, and I'm like, and then it's like it's
that
also
face when baguette.
That face when French onion is white and thick and creamy, and I need to stop.
Regardless,
I thought yours was funny. I just took it to the next level with protein flakes and
no, that was
French
good.
onion dip.
We brought it around town.
We did,
which we should on a regular basis. Regardless.
If you've learned anything from this episode, eat your protein.
Nothing. And eat your protein. And get your fiber. Kevan still hasn't learned, but eat fiber, please. And we hope you enjoyed this segment and this episode, and we hope that we will see you again soon, and we will see you bright and early late next week for another episode of AK219, the only podcast bye-bye.
Correct. I don't think next week will be nearly as down as this week was. It's just we've all got a lot going on in our lives. We hope you understand, and we hope you had a great time. I'll see you next week.